So there's a big kerfuffle in the fandom perpetuated by channels that hide the fact that they're speculating and rumor mongering rather than actually talking about news. And it's gotten to the point where it's really made me lose a lot of trust with certain channels that I liked. These are things, when they're talking about Rey coming back, from a business standpoint, it doesn't make any sense. Why would Disney do that when they're not making any money on her? All right, now I know. Well, it's the financial thing. Yes, it is the financial thing. Again, for certain people. It's not the money they invested, dipshit. It's the money they lost. Okay, start thinking about the billions of dollars that have been lost over the sequel trilogy before you start puking out rumor shit about Rey coming back and post-sequel movies and all the rest of this garbage. Well, it's good fodder for AdSense money, I guess. I don't know. I don't really look at YouTube as even a side hustle. But I know a lot of people out there, that's the only place they make money. So you got to run with the garbage. Okay. I didn't know that Star Wars fandom has turned into the weekly world news with Batboy running around, and Rey being Batboy, but hey, whatever. Anyway, so there's a rumor out there because Daisy Ridley was asked a few questions about Star Wars and if she would ever come back, and she gave the Rian Johnson non-answer. But everybody in the fandom decided to run and say, yeah. And in fact, to the point where, oh my God, they even know that Grogu's going to show up in those sequel trilogies, in those post-sequel movies. Okay, why? Again, there is no interest in Rey Palpatine at all. And if the people out there who are perpetuating this bullshit, calling it a rumor, but running with it like it's the God's honest truth, behaving like the New York Times and CNN, by the way, can't understand that there isn't any money to be made. And many of these people know that there's no money to be made, but they still run with it. Okay, fine. And they get their subscribers to believe it, even if they use the disclaimer. It's a rumor. But you gotta hunt for the disclaimer like a pin in a haystack, okay? Have fun finding that, okay? It's appalling. There's no logic behind all of this shit. Okay, stop it. Sit back and think. You people, my God, I'm not talking to stupid people. You know better. Yet here we are. And people wonder why I get mad. Okay, I get mad because there's no logic. There's no reason. There's no... There's nothing behind it. Okay? And it's appalling to me. She didn't say anything like for sure it was going to happen. You know, but these people believe that Damon Lindelof has a Star Wars movie. But Lucasfilm didn't say anything. Disney didn't say anything. Damon Lindelof did. Okay? It's like saying the Acolyte's happening. It's not. Okay? It's not. So let's stop fooling ourselves. Okay? When you get a story like this, you have to look at both sides. You have to look at all the angles. You can't just go puke it out there and freak the fandom out. Sure, you're going to make a lot of money. Maybe make your mortgage payments. But then it still doesn't make it right. It just doesn't. I mean, I don't understand why the powers that be who do business stuff want to stop and say, this doesn't make any sense to me. This is bullshit. You know? It just, okay, it just doesn't make any sense. Now, why is Ahsoka here? Ahsoka is going to be extremely important. Next part of this. Now, Kamran heard from our little bird, who basically said, yeah, and I am going to shock you guys. Rey is coming back. And she's going to sacrifice her existence to save the galaxy. Okay, that's it. That's what's happening. So these people yelling and screaming, ranting and raving about this are going to get what they want. Now, I know a lot of people would be so offended by seeing Rey in any way, shape, or form, they won't go to the movie. I will. Why? To watch her fans blubber in their popcorn. Okay. It makes sense to me. It's a great way of giving her this so-called heroic way out and fixing everything that was broken because of her. So yes, if you're a member of Kamran Pasha's Patreon, go and read what he was told and stop worrying about this. And why don't you ask certain people why they're not asking these questions? All right, and you know what the questions are. This is Steph signing out. I'll see you around the galaxy.